we
He's fine.
recording? All right, it's the Sports Nerds. After a week off, we're back. We have Kenny with us, John tonight, and Elliot. I hope everybody is doing well and doing what they're told to do, and things are going well for you folks wherever you're doing.
I'm
We got a lot to talk
barricaded here,
about, guys. A
Left-
lot has happened in the last 2 weeks, and it all has to do with NFL free agency / trades.
Yeah.
And you name it, it's going
All right,
on.
it's
And
the Sports Nerds
I mean, it's just insane the amount of crap that's been going on since free agency started this past week. So we're gonna save the big one for later because I've got a rant on that one, and we'll go into that. Okay.
Okay.
We all know who we're talking about. Anyway,
Well, my contribution will be going through some of the trades that went.
okay.
Or some
Well,
of the
my contribution first is going to be Bill O'Brien is a dumbass with the Houston Texans. Okay. He not only let Jadeveon Clowney go to Seattle without a first-round pick, now he trades arguably the best receiver in the NFL to the Arizona Cardinals, okay, for a second round or a third round, whatever it was. I mean, he's just giving these top-notch players away.
Wait a minute, they got David Johnson.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, what a big upgrade.
Hey, it's better than what they had.
Well, that's not saying much. They didn't have much.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean,
you know what? David Johnson could be reborn in Houston. That kid, I mean, he was good for a while until he got that wrist injury.
Yeah, he was good for a while until but still.
Till the injury.
Yeah, until the injury, and he's been injury prone for the last couple of years. I mean, he was fantasy gold for his first couple of years in the league, but not anymore. He's not.
Yeah, I believe that when you change scenery, there's a possibility that it can work in your favor.
Yeah, but the problem is that David Johnson's the only star they got now. The other guy they have in the receiving core is getting hurt all the time anyway, too.
Will Fuller.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Will Fuller's a permanent resident of the injured list,
Yes.
But like I said, David Johnson's a talent. He just hasn't, for many reasons, not put that talent on showcase the last couple of seasons.
Well,
David Johnson
he got hurt, and then he was just never the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. David Johnson had a good season about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And since then,
you got to remember too, he flourished under Bruce Arians.
Yes.
Okay. And since Arians is no longer there, that's been kind of his downfall.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I know he's going to another dumbass named Bill O'Brien, but
I'll bet the Houston media is just tearing him apart. I mean, John McClain must be going crazy, Kenny. He must be going nuts.
I'll be very surprised if Bill O'Brien still has a job in about 8 months.
Yeah, I mean, I know John McClain hates Bill O'Brien. He's been his biggest
critic
in Houston, just because of his play calling, his clock management, and not to mention now his general manager skills are terrible too. So
now, one thing I will say, in defense of the Texans or whoever made the decision, DeAndre Hopkins hasn't exactly been lights out the last couple of seasons either. Okay. He's been suffering. He has not put up the numbers that he did 2 seasons back.
Okay, but I'll tell you what. Right. You take DeAndre Hopkins away from Bill O'Brien's offense, and you put him in Cliff Kingsbury's office with that kid behind center. I keep forgetting.
And Murray,
yeah.
Murray.
That kid also inflate him and get him going again too.
Plus,
at least for one more season, you got Larry Fitzgerald on the other side. So you got 2.
Both these guys are in a position to come back and make a name for themselves.
Correct.
In other places. And that's just the way it happens. I mean, sometimes it's just that way.
Yeah.
And that's not just in football. That's any sport.
Right.
Sometimes you take a guy out of the mix. Like, I mean, first and foremost, if you think about the Yankees, how many people have gone to New York and have fucking tanked because they couldn't handle that New York pressure?
Right.
But then they went somewhere else and did well. That's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to make. Do they want to keep paying DeAndre Hopkins boatloads of money since, like I said, his performance hasn't been as good the last couple seasons, and
Well-
pay him exorbitant amounts of money? I don't know. It might not be the best financial situation for the team.
Right.
So,
But in Kingsbury's offense, though, he's going to flourish.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh
Again,
yeah,
that
I'm
that
sure.
makes all four. That's going to be one hell of a division next year.
Well, not only
Kyler
that,
Murray
But then
is the
again, the Cardinals
happiest
knew
guy.
that. But then again, the Cardinals had to bank on the fact that David Johnson was going to flourish. But they kind of put a kibosh on that when they kept Kenyon Drake with a tender, right?
yeah. I
Right.
mean, Drake played better than what didn't. I mean, he's played pretty well last year, didn't he?
Well, yeah, and he sucked the shit in Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kenyon Drake reborn in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, it's fun to it's good to criticize upfront, but until the dividends come back
Mhm.
or don't, there's really no saying who got the better end of the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Mhm.
So we'll see. I mean, time will bear it out. We just got to be able to get teams on the field.
Right.
We got to hope that by August, this thing's all, wrapped up, and we can get back to normalcy.
Yep.
Here's hoping.
Just to do a quick shout out. Hey, Army, how you doing? Good to see you. I see my sister jumped in here. Hey, Lynn. And Mick's in the house too, by the way. And of course,
Army
Matt,
got home. Army got home safe. Good.
Yeah, and Matt, of course, your buddy knows he's in the house too, John.
Yep.
So what's the other big trade that was there? I mean, that was the biggest cluster of all the trades that I've seen so far.
Here's the top 10 signings according to Bleacher Report. Okay. So number 10 was the Raiders picking up Corey Littleton from the Rams. I think that's a big addition. Littleton is a beast.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the Raiders did a little something to beef up their defense for next season.
Right.
Littleton's an impact player, and from a fantasy standpoint, he puts up some numbers.
Right.
So I think that's a big loss of many losses that so far the Rams have suffered.
The Rams have taken a beating all season. They've taken a real beating.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see.
Hey, Blaine. Hello, Julie. Hello, Jesse.
Number 9, the Packers signed Christian Kirksey. Wasn't he your linebacker out there in Cleveland?
Yes, he was. They didn't want to sign him to a new deal, so that's why he went to Green Bay.
Yeah, but he only got a 2-year, $13 million.
Didn't want to pay him. They had other plans.
Wow.
It's the new. It's the new way. Whatever the Browns are doing now, I'm not arguing because of who they did pick up in free agency.
Well, that's a whole nother story,
right,
in itself. But yeah, Kirksey's going to be a good addition to the Packers.
Yes,
they've been hurting a bit lately.
Yeah, they let Schobert go too. They didn't re-sign Schobert. He signed with who did he sign with? I can't remember who he signed with, but Kirksey and Schobert they let go. They didn't want to spend the money on him because they have other plans. It's
exactly, and that's basically that goes right back to Houston. They got other plans. They didn't want to spend the money on Hopkins anymore.
And this is the new leadership, and they've made some really good offseason moves. I'm not in the mood to criticize them at all at this point.
Well, they did sign Jack Conklin.
Yes, that was a big one.
That's a huge sign.
That protects Baker's right side. Now we just need a nice good left tackle out of the draft, and we'll be fine. Because we got the guards in the center, who happens to be the new NFLPA president, and we just need to find a stud left tackle. I think in the draft, and the offensive line will be fine.
All right, this next one, number 7. This is one that I kind of threw out there way back when, and Colts signed Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, we're getting a free agent, but yeah, that it's a 1-year deal with Rivers. I don't know what they're going to do with Jacoby Brissett because I don't think the Patriots are going to go after him because they signed Brian Hoyer today. The Patriots did.
Wow.
Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, Brian Hoyer knows the offense, knows Bill Belichick, and he's played for the Patriots before. So I don't think that they're going to go after Jacoby Brissett. This is, you know what, Rivers is gonna be fine in that offense, but
how does that change the scheme? Because Brissett's a running quarterback,
right?
And
Rivers isn't.
Can't run the chases to save his life.
Rivers runs slower than Peyton Manning. So
that's pretty fucking slow.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking slow.
Yeah.
Gotta time him with a calendar.
Sundial.
But I don't know what the Colts have in mind as far as an offense, because last year they kind of adjusted their offense to Jacoby Brissett and his skill set. So now with them signing Phillip Rivers, I don't know. I mean, they're going to redo their whole offense so that they need to protect him. Like
they're going to have to.
You're going to have to make sure his offensive line is set because he's not going to be a running quarterback.
Look, it's a difference between tortoise and hare. Okay.
Well, not only that, Rivers can't throw it as far as he used to. He showed that last season.
No, he can't. So unless they're going to play dump the ball off.
Dunk and dump. Yeah, right.
Dink and dunk. Yep.
Dink and dunk. I know, and Rivers has such that weird 3/4 sidearm delivery on him too now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, he showed last year he cannot throw the long ball anymore. He just can't do it. So I don't know. I mean,
he may be in the ideal position to be a quarterback for Frank Wright, though, because Wright will work with him, and I think that might turn out to be a good acquisition.
Well, Reich is one of the smartest head coaches in the NFL, in my opinion.
I like Frank Wright.
I love Frank. I know you do, John. Yes, of course you do.
But with Rivers throwing 3 and 4 interceptions a game, that just ain't gonna cut it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, Reich, like I said, Reich will be able to design an offense around Rivers. If it's dink and dunk, so be it. But one thing I got to give Rivers is he's also one of the smartest quarterbacks in the NFL too. He can read defenses like a freaking book. He got 10
kids now?
11 kids actually.
11.
That's awesome.
He's got a bench now.
I know, right? He's got an entire defense or offense, whichever he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
But with Rivers,
oh boy, Philly.
The thing is, with him being, I mean, he's smart, he's intelligent. He just doesn't have the skills that like he used to, say 5 or 6 years ago. He just doesn't have.
Oh, is he 39, 40? Like
he's that Drew Brees era.
He's not 40. He's getting close.
Yeah, long in the tooth.
I mean, remember he and Drew Brees were drafted. I think they weren't the same year, but they were. But Drew Brees was there when they brought in Rivers. So Rivers is only about maybe 1 or 2 years younger than Drew Brees.
Right.
So because Brees was the quarterback in San Diego when they drafted him. And then they didn't give Rivers a new deal. So I mean, Brees a new deal. So they brought in Rivers. So and that whole fiasco with Miami and.
And do you think that Eli Manning would have won 2 Super Bowls with San Diego?
No.
Exactly. And I don't think Rivers would have won Super Bowls with the Giants either.
No.
So it was more team than quarterback.
Yes.
So it worked out well for. All right, number 6. This is kind of a under the radar kind of move, but the Ravens get a 2nd-round pick for Hayden Hurst.
What's that position?
Tight end.
Okay.
Well, they needed to. I mean, Hurst he got traded to Atlanta. Why? Because Atlanta Hooper left.
Yes, Browns picked up Hooper in free agency.
Yeah. So that kind of helps him. If Njoku could get his act together, that'd be a good 2 tight end formation.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely good double tight.
Mm-hmm. How about the Ravens acquiring Calais Campbell? Does he make an impact there?
Well, yeah, I would say he will.
Kind of. You can.
That was a free agent signing, right, Elliot?
Yeah, they acquired him. That's
Think so.
Yeah, free agent. All right, and I think he's going to do well. Calais Campbell's played well everywhere he's been. He started with the Cardinals, right?
Actually, no, that was Calais Campbell was a trade with Jaguars.
Was it a trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a trade for
Started out
the
Jags.
and the Jags got a 5th round pick for him.
Okay. All right. Number 4, I'm going to skip because this is the one that Scott.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. And yes, Jen, I have a rant coming, so just
Number
Can't
3.
Wait.
Number 3. Panthers signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Love it.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I mean,
I
Teddy.
love that Teddy's getting his shot.
I do too. After what he did in New Orleans this past season, won 5 in a row while Breeze is on the bench. You got to give the kid a chance. And again, I do agree with them not re-signing Cam. I think Cam needs to go elsewhere to get a fresh start. Plus, there's always been in the last couple of years injury issues with Cam Newton. But bringing Bridgewater in, that was a great move. A great move by Carolina. That was phenomenal. I mean, Teddy's getting 3 years, $63 million on that deal. That's a pretty good freaking contract.
That division just got real interesting.
Oh, that the NFC South is going to be lit next year. Oh my God.
They're all going to finish 8-8.
Right.
Yeah.
And $33 million of that contract on Bridgewater is guaranteed. So
Good for him.
He's
Man.
getting his money,
No shit.
which is great.
No shit. So segueing from Bridgewater, Saints re-signed Drew Brees.
That was going to be a given. He got a 2-year deal, I think, from the Saints, and that was going to be a given. And they also going to keep Hill as well. So it'll be the Drew Brees and Taysom Hill show again next season.
Was that number 2?
Yes.
That was number 2.
So number 1 is going to be DeAndre.
Yeah.
So where the hell is Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, that happened today.
They didn't even make the top 10.
Oh, no, it didn't. No, it didn't happen.
Stephon Diggs to Buffalo?
That was a pretty big deal. I think it's a big deal.
Number 2 or 3, man.
Deal.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm not a Bills fan, but yeah, I agree with John. That's.
I don't know about that high because again, Stephon Diggs is great. Don't get me wrong, okay, but how does he play in Buffalo as opposed to Minnesota?
But the Bills gave up a 1st-round pick for him.
It's the perfect fit. Like
Absolutely.
I don't think it gets any better.
I've seen many perfect fits in the past. That didn't.
Yeah, but we're not talking Cleveland now. Okay,
Right.
like this. Let's be brutally honest. No, this is why. Before can I get some Buffalo Bills propaganda?
You can get some Buffalo Bills propaganda
before we get on to
anytime,
DeAndre and the heist of the century.
Yes.
The platform is yours.
Yeah. So here's why it's super deadly, because John Brown and Cole Beasley basically put up some great numbers being a 1 and 2, even though they're not 1 and 2s.
Beasley's
They're better
not a number 2. He's a
3s.
number 3, right? Yeah.
Beasley's a 3.
Yeah.
Smokey's number is a 2. Now,
Right.
Smoke did great this year, over 1,000 yards, et cetera, et cetera. But what's awesome about Stephon Diggs is that he can play on the outside and he can play on the inside.
Yes.
Now you have guys. How are you going to defend that? And then you got Singletary in the back. How are you going to defend that? So you got the poor man's Edelman in Cole Beasley, who's just this little slot receiver guy. You got John Brown, who is a deep threat, but also those slants and stuff is great.
Yeah.
But now you put Diggs into there. Your number 1 corner is you're gonna have to cover Diggs. Now you have Beasley and Brown completely open.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget Singletary in the back. and
you got a running quarterback in Josh Allen too.
Right. And who can bomb it 50, 60, 70 yards with a flick of the wrist.
Or you can run it for 15 to pick up a 1st down.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that too. So the offense, this is what Buffalo has needed, a true number 1 receiver for years. Like they've always had these, like the last number 1 they had was Stevie Johnson. How long ago?
Yeah, it's a long time ago. And you know what? And Diggs was not happy in Minnesota because he wasn't getting.
And he wasn't. And he's
targeted.
happy to be in Buffalo, bro.
Yes.
Him and Josh Allen were going back and forth when they got traded.
Right. Oh, and by the way, NFL.com or NFL Network, one of the two, ran a poll this week, quote a bracket this week, and the Buffalo Bills had the number 1 fans in the NFL. bracketology over the Green Bay Packers in the final. So the Buffalo Bills have been named the greatest fan base in the
Bills
NFL.
Mafia. Bills Mafia.
You know,
and if you've gone to a game in Orchard Park, you will understand.
Wayne Lynch in the house. How you doing, Wayne?
Got to get out of that first round first, though.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's true. It's all on paper. Just Cleveland, right? I mean, it's all on paper. It looks great, but they didn't subtract anything on the offense.
No,
that's the thing.
You're right.
And now Dable has Josh Allen's got an offensive coordinator and an entire O-line, and as well as a receiver set. They just plugged in Stephon Diggs. That's it. They didn't take anything away, right?
John's excited.
Frank Gore's probably not going to resign, but
John's excited because now the Buffalo Bills are the favorites to win the AFC East.
Oh shit, yeah. And don't worry, every win I'm going to highlight it and send it to Larry. Don't worry. It's every Patriots bandwagon fan, because that's all they've been over the past 20 years. Bandwagon fans can suffer. Okay, who's your starting quarterback now? Brian Hoyer. Good luck, Patsies.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. And that's my Buffalo Bills propaganda for the week.
I love it.
How about the? You know what's going to be an interesting situation down in New Orleans is you got Michael Thomas now flanking Manny Sanders.
Emmanuel Sanders. That happened just a day or two ago, right? That was a great pick.
Yeah, that's a big one too. But that was free agent, right? That was
free agent. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but still, the picking him up is.
No, but that's why it's probably not on the list.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the list is focusing more on the teams that build a specific need, and I think Buffalo would have done well with or without Stephon Diggs, but that only makes them better.
Right. Yeah, Jarrett Stidham is the other guy on the.
He's the starter, right?
He's the heir apparent.
Heir apparent. To what if Brissett gets back? If they trade back for Brissett?
No, I don't think they're going to go. I don't think they're going to Brissett now.
No, I know, but
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Rob Gronkowski is officially in the WWE now.
Yes,
he's hosting WrestleMania, the 2-day event WrestleMania next month. Who cares?
There's not going to be a
WrestleMania.
Gronk. WrestleMania is going to be in front of a fan-free studio.
Yes, in Orlando.
and they're doing it for 2 days because I don't think they can engage the people all in one day with that.
Yeah, but see, Elliot, the thing of it is WrestleMania is about the event and the atmosphere, and it's not going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been watching the shows the last couple of weeks with no audience in the Performance Center. And, I gave credit to these guys because they can actually put on a good show even without a freaking audience.
Right.
So, but anyway. All right, well, that just leaves that guy.
DeAndre.
Can I mention a couple of?
Go ahead, Kenny. What you got? What are the Cowboys doing, Kenny? Let's talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah, they got picked up Gerald McCoy and HaHa Clinton Dix this week. So I'm starting to call them the Cowpackers.
Hey,
Cowpackers, yes, sir. Yes,
the Cowpackers.
I know one particular Packers fan that does not like that term, but I think McCoy will do pretty good in the middle, and then.
And they re-signed Amari.
Yes, they re-signed Amari. They franchise tagged Dak Prescott.
Yes, they did.
Which I think is a disservice to Dak, but that's just me.
It is. But I think that may be coming off because I think they're going to try and sign him by the July 15th deadline. I hope. Maybe they can take that off.
Jerry Jones disservices a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that the
including his team
NFLPA doesn't make more of a stink about it.
Well, Cooper got a 5-year, $100 million contract with $60 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's a huge contract for a number one wide receiver.
For a guy who's really had one good season, to be honest with you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because he fucking sucked in Oakland.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
He did.
He was fucking trash.
He was in a bad situation in Oakland.
Yep.
So.
And then he had one good season with the Cowboys, and now he's worth $100 million.
Yeah, they kept their kicker, Kai Forbath. He got to resign. He re-signed as well. They didn't tell there's no term on NFL.com. There's no terms disclosed on that contract.
No.
But they did re-sign Kai Forbath. They also re-signed Sean Lee, who's the leader of that defense in the linebacking core, which is also a good deal for.
But he's another one of those spontaneous injured reserve.
Correct. Kind of guy. Yes, he's had a lot of injuries over the last few years. Is correct.
And Vander Esch kind of followed his lead last season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be a Dallas Cowboy linebacker if you want to sustain a full career.
Yeah. Now that I've allowed the Bills propaganda and the Cowboys propaganda, let me get on to the Browns propaganda before we get to the main event, shall we?
Niners propaganda.
Okay.
What the hell's going on in the Browns? Who cares?
we
Austin Hooper? Who cares?
We got Austin Hooper, who's going to be the highest paid tight end in NFL history.
Because he deserves it.
That just
Pair up
tells
with
you,
David
that
Njoku,
just tells you
he
the
can stay
quality
healthy.
of tight ends there are
Well,
in the NFL right now.
Stefanski likes to run a 2 tight end set. That's his
Oh, yeah,
scheme.
because it works great for Cleveland. It's been great for that. Cleveland's just
What are they
awesome.
gonna do next? The triangle offense?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Call up Phil Jackson. They need an OC, man.
We picked up Jack Conklin from Tennessee, which is good for the right side of the line. It's a good anchor on the right side of the line.
Look at Armando. That's the best.
Mark my words, Brady will not leave me. Oh, I know. Bob is actually MIA this week, so we'll go. We'll get with
Rub
Bob
it
when
in
he
his
comes
face
back.
more
Yeah,
next
you
week.
know
When
what?
Bob
I
comes
noticed-
back, we'll make sure we'll harp on him when he comes back.
No. Wait. I noticed that Bob's not here, and I'm kind of sad about that because wasn't it a couple weeks ago I told him, dude, I'll catch up with you when Brady leaves the Patriots.
Yes, yeah. Well,
Because Bob was just totally on the tangent that Brady will never leave New England.
Never.
I did talk to
Okay.
Bob today, guys.
I told Bob, I said, look, man, I will talk to you when Brady leaves because he's leaving.
Facts.
Right? And again, I did talk to Bob today. His words were, "I would not be very good company today, so I'm not going to make it." And I said, "Oh yeah, what's the matter? You're not feeling well?" He says, "No, women." That's all he said.
Oh, gosh.
So whatever that means.
I told him, I said, look, if Brady didn't sign prior and they let him get to sniff free agency, he's gone.
Jen, my Brady reign is coming. Just be patient. Just
He got
be
no-
patient.
He got nothing left in New England.
So
By the
Jack
way,
Conklin, again, like I said, it's a good pickup for the Browns. We placed a second-round tender on Kareem Hunt, so he's staying in Cleveland, meaning any team that wants to sign us to give up a second-round pick for him, which ain't going to happen. Oh, there's Bob. There's Bob.
He must have heard.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bob.
hey, Bob,
Now, here's an undervalued or underestimated pickup. They signed Case Keenum to back up Baker.
So
Case Keenum will do Baker very well as far as being a mentor and teaching him how to be a quarterback.
I thought Case Keenum needed to be taught how to be a
Well,
quarterback.
again,
He's only got
remember,
one good year.
Remember, he was under Stefanski when he played at Minnesota. He had a good season under Stefanski. That was
he had one good year and a miracle fucking throw.
Again, true. I agree. But Case Keenum it's an under the radar type pickup. It's a great
Case
pickup.
Keenum is a hack.
We'll see. As a backup, he's not a hack. As a backup, he's not a hack.
He's a hack up, is what he.
Oh God. Doesn't matter what I do or what I say. You guys are always going to pick on
Case
the Browns.
Keenum
Yeah,
Criticize the Browns.
damn right.
Case Keenum has gone to the brown hole.
Damn
Actually,
Skippy.
to be honest, I had not heard that
Yeah.
the Browns.
I heard about it.
Was that today or yesterday?
Actually, that was last week. It was
Last week.
Last week?
soon, right
Under the radar.
before, right after free agency started. So
Oh.
yeah. Hey Bob, since you're here, we just want to remind you that you said there was no way in hell,
No way ever.
Tom Brady was leaving the Patriots.
Not a.
And I'm here to tell you.
All right, I have a rant.
Oh God.
Here we go.
But yet he'll be cheering in the background.
The biggest deal of the week thus far in free agency was, hi Eliana. Tom Brady has signed a 2-year deal
60 million.
with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for $50 million. And told Jameis Winston to go fuck himself, basically.
Wouldn't you have? 30 and 30. He's a 30-30 club.
This hurts because I hate Tom Brady with a fucking passion.
Now you're gonna have to cheer.
I
him.
can't stand him. it eats me in from the inside out to know that one of the teams that I follow and root for signed this guy. Granted, I give him all the respect in the world. He's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. He's been to 9 Super Bowls. Belichick and Brady, best 1-2 tandem, head coach quarterback tandem in the history of the NFL. God, I hate this pickup. I hate this signing. I hate it.
But will you cheer against Tampa? Because
I have a question for you.
All right. What is it, Ken?
He froze.
We lost him. Come on, Kenny, come back.
That's the question.
There he is. What's your question, Kenny?
If Tom Brady were from Ohio State instead of Michigan, would you like him?
Exactly.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, because I got so tired of seeing the Patriots in the Super Bowl year after year after year after year.
But that's the rest of the league problem.
Just as was the rest of the league, Elliot. Thank you.
That's not the Patriots' problem. That's the rest of the league's problem.
Yep.
Oh, he wants the link. Hang on a second, Bob. I gotta send Bob the link. Hang on a second. He's coming up.
You see, I knew I'd get him on.
That got him. That got him
on here.
But
wait, Bob has been acquired by Facebook also.
Yes. Actually,
he sent me a friend
He is on Facebook. Hang on a second. We'll just hang on a second.
I have another question about Brady in a moment once we get everything sorted out.
The link has been sent, Bob.
What if Brady wins a Super Bowl for Tampa?
You know, that's where I'm torn, guys. You know, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt because
it's gonna hurt to win a Super Bowl.
I'm gonna be happy if he doesn't do well. Brady. If he looks like a piece of shit, because I've always called him a system quarterback for as long as he's been in New England for all 20 years. If he comes to Tampa and he does well and he wins, I don't know how I'm going to react.
Disown Tampa?
I don't know.
Disown Tampa?
What's that?
You going to disown Tampa and just share your loyalties only with the Cleveland Browns?
No.
You can't be Brown Buck then if you do that.
Yeah, that's true
then you
too.
really don't hate Brady that much.
I do hate Brady. I just,
you got to be willing to walk away from your team.
No, what kills me is that the Buccaneer organization is going after the hot name, going after the guy they think can get them over the top, which I don't blame them for doing. Okay, but they're going to go after a 42, soon to be 43 or 43-year-old, soon to be 44-year-old, whatever how old he is, quarterback who's seen his best years behind him. He wasn't that great last year, guys. I'm sorry, he wasn't. All right.
But can I just say something?
Yes.
Can I and trust me, I don't need to tell you how much I dislike the guy.
You and I are on the same page with that, John. Yes.
Here's the thing. He had nobody around him in New England for offense. He's now surrounded by Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
And don't forget, Perryman freaking stepped up last year too.
Yes, but he doesn't have a running game yet. There's no running game there yet.
And they're talking about getting Antonio Brown.
They're also talking about getting Edelman.
Yeah, Edelman was also brought up in the discussion too. Yes, absolutely.
I heard they were wooing Jerome Bettis.
So, Bob, let's go back to you and thank you for joining us. I know you're having a little rough time today. I did mention that your biggest issue with not being here was women, whatever that means, but that's okay. We love you anyway. I didn't go any further than that. Just want to let you know. All I said was women. That's all I said.
Yep.
But
broke up with my girlfriend yesterday. That's the end of it.
Okay. Well, it lasted 2 weeks. Good for you. It's a good job. Anyway, regardless of that, you have been so adamant for the last 3 months that Tom Brady was not leaving New England. He's going to stay there no matter what. Ever.
Ever.
You're gonna. He's eating it now. He's eating his words. I love it.
Put a sock in his mouth. Put a sock in his mouth.
I will eat my crow.
There you go.
I said I knew it was going to happen. Or I didn't say I know it was going to happen, but I said, crap. whenever I
Now I
heard,
gotta go deal with
said,
these guys.
Oh boy, here we go. I said, I've been talking shit to whoever would listen and whoever would even bring it up. I didn't even want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Dude,
And
you
I
should
was
have
wrong.
known. And Bob, you know what? The only reason I went out on that limb is because I believed honestly that if Tom Brady was going to stay in New England, they would have signed him before the season ended.
I think so. Yeah, they would have signed him during the season if he was going to stay. Look, in all honesty, I'm not happy that Brady is now the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm even more unhappy with
Either for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Because now, guess who the backup is going to be in Pittsburgh? Probably.
Jameis Winston.
Yes.
Pittsburgh's looking at Jameis Winston. I heard that. I heard that today.
Oh boy.
I do not want Seamus
Hey,
Winston.
man, he's in the 30-30 club. Come on.
I do not want his ass.
Well, that's
Well,
what
the
you're
thing
going to
is,
get.
the
You
thing
can
is,
always call Antonio Brown and bring him back.
yeah, he wants. You know what? And as much as it pains me to see Tom Brady in a Buccaneers jersey, which he'll be taking Godwin's number without a question. Godwin's going to give up the number. He's going to give it to him, number 12.
Yeah.
He's going to get it.
He's already surrendered it.
They've already
God-
they've already said it's going to happen.
He'll slip Godwin some money.
Oh yeah, Godwin's going to get some good
Yeah.
money for that. Yes, absolutely.
He'll get one of these.
The other thing is, as much as it pains me to admit it, I will not stop rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just because Tom Brady is on the Bucs. I won't like it.
Well, you got to support your quarterback, dude.
I will support my team,
And he's part of it.
and even though he's part of it, but I will not like it. I will not
And if he wins the
appreciate
Super
it.
Bowl,
I will
gotta
root
be
and
screaming from the
I will
rooftops.
scream from the rooftops. Go Buccaneers! Except for Tom Brady. I mean,
and then Brady becomes the MVP.
Yeah,
And then-
exactly. You say that now. Watch it. He's going to be your turn.
He's
You're
gonna
going
be
to turn
wearing
into
a
one
Brady.
of those.
He's gonna be wearing a Brady championship T-shirt.
I will not ever wear anything Tom Brady related.
Oh, Tom, you just stop talking like wicked pisser. Just stop talking like this. You'll be
I
normal.
know, man.
Wicked pisser.
You notice I
Let's
wore
go
my
Tom
Buccaneers
Brady. We
polo.
got to go to the bottom of the car to the far.
You do notice I wore my Buccaneers polo tonight, guys. I did wear the polo tonight. So, but no, I will not.
Hey, put
It
a
must
number 12.
benefit.
Hey,
It must
put
be such a
12 on it.
benefit to have two teams you can cheer
Hey,
for.
put a 12 on it.
I will not put a 12
Put a
anywhere
12
near.
right on the other side, man.
No, the number 12 only means to me is Don Cockcroft from Cleveland back in the 70s. So that's all I'm going to go with that. Remember Don Cockcroft there, Kenny?
Yes, I remember Don Cockcroft.
Yes.
Oh, Tom Brady's
got a-
my
And
favorite.
he
Got a
was no
Fucking
Tom Brady.
question for you, Scott.
Yes.
And he was
Heard
no Tom
rumor that they're going back to the 2002 jerseys. Is that true?
They are changing the uniforms. They're getting rid of the alarm clock digital numbers.
Good.
Okay.
I hate those.
They might go
Oh,
back
the
to the
8-bit?
early 2000s, back in the Super Bowl era type of uniforms. I have not seen them. I do not know. But
I
they
think
are
they
getting
should go
rid
back.
of the god awful digital clock number
I hate those
jerseys.
alarm-
Those are called 8-bit numbers.
Yeah, those are 8-bit numbers, and they're ugly. They're god awful, and they
They look like-
suck.
They look like they came out of rollerball.
Yes.
Either that or roller derby.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yes, I will
Yeah,
still root
Scott,
for.
you know what? Scott's going to be
Throw this
jumping
out
up
to
and down,
everybody
dude,
real
next
quick.
season. Every time Tom Brady throws a touchdown, he's going to celebrate on the inside. Just said he's.
Yeah, and a unicorn dies.
You know
every
what?
time you
And
do.
I'm a hold. You know what? Mark this day down. I'm gonna hold you to that the same way I held Bob to Tom Brady not leaving.
I will root, but I won't like it. I'm just going to say that, okay? No, that on the
Throw this
inside,
out.
on the outside, I'll be rooting. On the inside, I'll be.
Your
I'll be-
feelings don't fucking matter, dude.
Let me throw this out to all of you. How much of Brady re-signing and keeping going is his ego wanting to catch up with Drew Brees as far as the career passing stats?
You know what, Kenny? Let me answer that. I don't think it has anything to do with catching Drew Brees. I think it has everything to do to say that he can still win without Bill Belichick. That's what it's about.
Hmm.
Yep, that's what I think. He's out to prove a
He's
point.
out to prove that he can still win without Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
That he wasn't a system
He wants to
quarterback for
shake
20
that.
years.
He wants to shake that moniker. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Right. And
He hasn't
and
been
I
able to
guess
do it
I
yet,
can
but-
see that.
Do what?
I can see that.
And I can't say as I blame him because he's been getting
Hey.
hit. He's been called that system quarterback in New England for years and years and years and years. It's because it's
Which
Brady
is-
Belichick.
Don't
Brady
forget
Belichick.
too.
true.
Don't forget too. He missed an entire season.
And they went 11-4, 11-5 that year. I think they did
11-5. Yeah.
It turned into a great
Matt Castle.
with Matt Castle at the helm.
turned into a great contract for Matt Castle.
Right.
And Matt Castle is now where?
Out of the league somewhere, I think.
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you this.
He's in the XFL, assistant head coach.
Yeah, I hate Tom Brady a little bit less this week.
That's because he's not in your division anymore.
I just
Not even in the
dislike the
conference.
Patriots. It's always been Patriots hatred. He just happened to be the ringleader for the past 20 years.
Well, I will tell you this, guys. It's going to be so nice to see the Patriots go back to being what they were before the Tom Brady era.
Yep. It's going to be great.
They would have to bring back Drew Bledsoe for that.
I love Drew Bledsoe.
Or Steve
when he was
Grogan.
with the Bills.
I mean, Steve Grogan.
Yes.
Grogan.
They were still good whenever they had.
No, but
Bledsoe.
wait a minute. He replaced Bledsoe.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Because Bledsoe got hurt in the middle of a game. Right?
Yes,
Mhm.
and it was against the Steelers. I remember.
7th round pick comes in and makes himself
299 overall. Or
299.
199 overall. Excuse me.
199, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
He wasn't picked in the first round, but yet he's become
So
the best
glad.
all-time quarterback.
So glad.
So-
happy.
I mean, it doesn't take anything away from his legacy for what he did, what he's done.
You know, the only thing I'd like to see more than Scott Riggle every time he has to cheer for Tom Brady is if Tom Brady would have gone to Buffalo.
It wouldn't happen, man.
No, I
wouldn't
don't
happen.
think that would ever
Dude,
happen.
that's why.
I would
Dude,
love that.
So little bit more Buffalo's Bills propaganda here. One of the biggest pet peeves we have as Bills fans is when scumbags leave the Bills and go to a team in the AFC East. Stephon Gilmore, for
Yes.
example, piece of crap. I didn't really like him when he was in Buffalo. I just it added to the hatred.
It's all about the money, dude. It's all about the
Now,
money.
yeah, it's all about money, and this is what happened this offseason. So Jordan Phillips, who had a great year, fantastic year, he signed with Arizona. One of the underrated signings Arizona in the offseason because Jordan Phillips is a beast, man.
Arizona's going to be tough next year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Arizona's for real. But then Shaq Lawson. What does Shaq Lawson do? He has a great season. What does he do? He goes and signs with Miami. Like, that is just, to me, I don't care how much money you got, man. Like, I get it. NFL contracts are a little bit different. So whoever's going to give you the most guaranteed, you're going to go with. But
Correct.
to sign in an AFC team when the team that drafted you, it's just the Bills even wanted him back. He just wanted the bigger money. So he went to.
And that's what it all comes down to is the money, dude.
So he goes to your in-division rival as opposed to going elsewhere outside the division.
Right, like Jordan Phillips signed with Arizona. Salute him, go at it, man. I'll be watching him, and it's the Arizona Cardinals.
And
so
Sammy Watkins is now in Kansas City. He's got a Super Bowl ring, and you're happy for him.
I love it. I love Sammy Watkins, man.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. And same with LaShawn.
And I know
man. Love
that-
LaShawn.
I was reading this article. Steelers and Baltimore made some kind of trade
Huh?
this week.
When do the Ravens
got-
and the Steelers trade anything?
Yes, they.
Except middle fingers.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. The team is finalizing a deal to send a fifth-round pick in 2021 to Baltimore for Chris Wormley, defensive tackle, and a 2021 seventh rounder. That's what NFL.com says.
Oh, okay. There's
Right.
an under the radar,
Yeah.
gives a fuck kind of deal.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's like
But still,
Still what? Are you going to remember
that
any of those
is a
people? When,
division trade between two teams that do not like each other.
By
that's
the
not
way,
even a trade.
Bob, in case you missed it, Pittsburgh signed Eric Ebron too. Did you know that?
I did see that.
Yes, that's a good pickup for Pittsburgh because they need help with the tight end.
that has the potential
Yes.
to be.
Potential.
If
Ebron
gets
is
his
also
head out of
injury
his
prone,
ass.
but it has the potential to be payoff.
Yes.
And you
Yes,
know what?
that's
Because
very
remember,
underrated.
he was in
he's
Detroit.
a beast if he can catch
Right.
too.
Because remember, he was in Detroit, and he really sucked in Detroit.
Dude, it's funny. I remember when Detroit drafted him. I wanted the Bills to draft him. I'm kind of
Yeah.
glad that we dodged that bullet.
Ownership needs to get a hold of Ben Roethlisberger in time to fucking shave.
Yeah, he's looking like Joe Thornton. Yeah, there you go. There's the Lions fan.
No, he's looking like Grizzly Adams. That's how bad it looks. Okay.
Grizzly Adams never looked that bad, yo.
Exactly. My
Matt. That's
God.
your homie, man. Nosy,
I
that's
wonder how
your
much-
boys, man.
I wonder how much.
Detroit
food-
Lions.
I wonder how much.
It looks
food
like
he
he's
has stuck in
gained
that
25 pounds too in the
He probably
offseason.
Yeah,
has.
he looks like a fat fucker.
Probably, yeah.
Mm.
Maybe that's why they're bringing Jameis Winston.
Look, Ben, this is what you need to look like. Stop eating bonbons.
And to piggyback on the Tom Brady issue, Jameis has been this franchise's quarterback for 5 years. He made
5 years too long.
He made the effort. He took the steps, and he had surgery in the offseason, and he also had LASIK eye surgery, because if you ever see pictures of him on the sidelines, he's always squinting, looking up at the scoreboard or whatever, because his eyes are so bad. He did that. He even did that when he was at FSU.
That's because he looks at the scoreboard. That's when he's.
So it's, I'm sorry to have Jameis. I mean, they're not going to re-sign him, obviously. And I'm sorry,
but
he gave 5 years of his career to Tampa.
Why you guys would let a 30-30 guy go is beyond me.
Well, no, it's not just about the numbers, okay? Jameis has been under fire his whole career about the whole crab
legs?
Republics and
the crab legs,
crab legs, and the sexual assault charges.
And whose fault's that?
If you follow the news in Tampa, you will see that he has been a leader in the community as far as charities, commercial, community service work that he does, things he does for kids. Not only that, but he was the leader of that team, and the team and the players followed him and
so he's a great human being.
He is a great human being. He's a great leader. He just, it's a business decision. But it was a business decision.
But I'm sorry, if you throw 30 interceptions,
and that's the reason why. And that, again, that's another reason why he was not re-signed, is because his tendency to throw the picks. I hope he goes somewhere and succeeds.
I think Mike Evans, Godwin, and Perryman are going to be the best wide receiver trio in the NFL next year. Because now they have somebody that's going to throw to them, okay, and not try to fit a camel through a fucking needle eye.
Well, Brady can still throw the ball 20, 25 yards down the field. He can't. I don't know that he can throw it 40 yards down the field like Jameis
They'll
can.
adjust, dude. It's all adjustments.
Yeah.
And Brady's a professional. He'll know how to adjust.
We still need that slot receiver that Brady needs to go to.
Brady's going to love having a big target like those guys.
Mike Evans is a great target.
Yep.
Great target.
Yeah.
Not to mention he's got tight ends there. Don't forget that Tom Brady used to love his tight end. Who's the
OJ
tight end?
Howard and Cameron Brate are great tight ends.
They're going to
as
go
long
off
as they
next
stay
year
healthy.
Too. They're going to go off next year too.
OJ Howard has issues with catching the ball and also staying healthy.
He'll learn how to catch the ball
Yes.
with Tom Brady throwing to him.
Right.
Yeah, because Tom Brady will start getting all pissy if he misses a couple of throws.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He'll start whining like a little baby, like a little
He'll
bitch.
get him benched.
Yeah, Tom Brady, wicked pisser.
I wonder
Hey,
how,
guess what, guys?
Still a jam.
And again, like I said, if the NBA cancels the season, they'll be champs for another year. So you get that going for you, John.
Which is probably going to happen, let's be brutally honest.
Well, they're talking about probably going to be June at the earliest before any of these sports leagues start.
And they're still talking about playing the games without fans. So
yeah, they are still still talking about it.
Which kind of defeats the purpose.
Not really.
I don't
Well, not
think
really,
you
because
care.
if all you do is
NBA
watch it
is
on TV, you're happy with that. I'm happy with that.
You got sponsors to pay. You
Yeah.
got all kinds of fucking things.
Yeah.
going on.
So I'm not too upset with them doing it without fans. I feel bad for the XFL because they were having a good season, but they canceled the
come
season
on.
as well.
Why would it be? You know who feel really comfortable is teams like the Cleveland Browns with no fans in the fucking.
Oh well, yeah.
True.
One thing I did want to say is oh wait, I just had it in my head. What is it? The NFL draft is next month.
Mhm.
And it's still going to be held from Vegas, but it's going to be like a studio show. It's not going to be in front of any people.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what? What bummed me out is I was looking forward to them walking across the stage, across the Bellagio
Yeah,
waterfall,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
into the main stage. That's what I was looking forward to. Do the Bellagio walk.
So they're going to do it without any fans. It's going to be like a studio show type atmosphere.
Same thing with WrestleMania, dude.
And it'll be. I mean, I mean, Nashville had 600,000 people at the draft last year. That's going to suck for New Orleans, for Vegas, because Vegas could probably double that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what
Easy.
Arlington had, but it was quite a few too.
Yeah.
And you know how Jeff Vegas loves to put on a show.
Yes, Vegas is the
Oh, yeah.
champion as far as putting shows on. Yes, absolutely.
Because those Golden Knights, man, they have a great intro show.
Yeah.
before
And
the
They do.
games.
does anybody in this panel think that Joe Burrow will not go to Cincinnati?
No, he will go to Cincinnati.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he'll pull Peyton or Eli Manning. I don't think he will.
Nope.
Or a Bo Jackson for that matter, if you want to call it that.
I don't know what to think.
Oh, John.
Look,
John's got his gloves on. He's protected. He's safe.
Bro, my wife went and bought. She went everywhere in the city to buy these, and she wants me to wear them every time I go out. I'm just like,
God.
okay.
that's what I do. I wear gloves when I go out now.
Ugh.
I don't wear a face
I'm
mask
practicing
as
social distancing online.
There you go. Just that, and with me working from home all week, I don't have a choice. So I'm
It's nice though, right?
Yeah.
Working from home,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Yeah.
nice.
Must be nice.
I did it for 2 years, John, with a different company.
Big shout out to all the scumbag marketers that are out there promoting, get rich quick with this herbal medicine that will cure you from COVID-19.
Yeah, Greg. When you
Pricks.
first met me, I was working full time from home, and I ended up being a hermit and just got cabin fever, and I'm glad I'm not doing it anymore. So for a couple of weeks,
I gotta
hopefully
touch
it's not
my
going to last
face.
more than a couple of weeks or maybe a month at the most, and I can get back in the office. I love the face-to-face interaction being in an office.
well. Just to let you guys know, I'm fully stocked on toilet paper.
There you go.
Be nice.
Yeah, Army was at his summer home in St. Pete until today. He actually flew back to
You're
Canada, and I'm very curious as to see how much he paid for that ticket, because I know he was broadcasting on Facebook how expensive the tickets were to get back to Canada. But he also has got now mandatory quarantine for 2 weeks after flying from the U.S. back home to Canada. But I'd love to see if Army could tell me how much his tickets cost. I know they were 4 figures last time he posted. So
I
I'm
thought
just
he
curious.
said he found one for 200.
Really?
I think. Is that true, Army?
We'll see. Well, there's a delay. There's a bit of a delay, so we'll
Okay.
see.
I thought he said 200, but
Yeah, I don't know, but they were
disappointing
pretty expensive.
because he
$208. Not bad, Army. That's a good price. $208.
Yeah.
All right, good for you.
208. There you go.
Good for you. So, but yeah, he
Just
drove.
disappointed he didn't come through here though.
He actually went out to California, picked up a buddy of his, and drove back to Florida across the country.
Oh,
And a week or two
Good.
later, he was going back home, and now he actually flew back home today. So I'm glad you're home and safe. Stay inside. Don't go anywhere, Army, and find something to do. We love you. But anyway, yeah. The draft without any fans is going to be interesting because again, that's such a fan interactive function.
it is now, yeah.
Especially after the last couple of years being in Dallas, being in
Arlington.
Nashville. I mean, Nashville was huge last year. So, it's going to be a different type of vibe. But I don't think,
Everything's different right now.
yeah.
Everything.
And I'm assuming you're not
This is
working from
The
home.
something
anymore.
whole
like-
world is different right now.
This is unprecedented for anything that we have ever seen as human beings.
Pretty much.
I mean, for me, it's still business as usual, but the only places that I go, or the only places that are open are the places that I go: grocery stores and gas stations.
Right. You don't deliver to bars and restaurants, do you?
Sorry, I'm back.
That's right. John.
They're all closed.
I have some bars, but my bars have been. I still ended up having to deliver beer to them this week. But this past week, who knows what this week has in store?
Right.
But I
They
did last
haven't
week.
closed your bars, Bob?
What's that?
They haven't closed your bars?
They're supposed to, but my bar said, "Hey, I got business to run,"
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's not
and
the
they're
right-
staying open and they're making food and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Our bars are closed
ours are
for
too.
business right now.
Yeah, ours are only doing curbside deliveries or carry out.
Right.
As far
Right.
as restaurants and bars are concerned, there's no dine in anywhere in Florida.
Right.
So
And that's why it is here too.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Bonefish Grill yesterday, and we had to actually sit there, look at the menu, and they had to bring us our food, and then we had to eat, and then we had to leave.
right, there's no dine in anywhere
Nope.
anymore until this is over. So anyway,
So I got just sorry to interrupt.
No.
My father-in-law somehow, I don't know how, because apparently the borders are supposed to be closed. Apparently, that's not the case because he was in Trinidad this morning. He's now on his way to the airport here. So I got to go get him.
okay,
But that was very weird how people are wondering why this shit is spreading. Well, it's simple. There's planes going around the world 24/7.
well, yeah, and again, like I said, Army was just in Tampa and St. Pete, and he flew
And
home
now
to
he's
town
in
today,
Montreal.
too, so and
I mean,
the-
it's this is the
the
government
borders-
says one thing, and then
the borders
it's
The borders are closed to everybody but Canadians. They can,
But
if
Canadian
you're
citizens.
Canadian, you can come back, but
Yeah.
they're not allowing any visitors
Right.
right now.
right.
But like this,
But they
he came
can't-
from
they can't
Trinidad.
walk
He came
out.
from Trinidad up here. It's just it's weird, man.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is, and I agree. It is weird, and it's a new.
It's like they
normal
say
for us
one
now.
thing and they do. And I got buddies of mine that are stuck in Ecuador. They can't get out, but somehow my father-in-law got from Trinidad to here. It's really weird.
Yes.
Whatever.
He's
It's
probably
a
going to be
weird
forced
time.
self-quarantine for 2 weeks before he can do anything.
Yeah, he's got to go get a hotel.
Yeah.
So we got to drop off his van.
Right.
He's going to drive his van to the thing.
Yeah.
So
he's got a self-quarantine.
Yep.
So I mean that's part of the deal.
14 days in a
Yes.
hotel, man.
Yes.
I mean, and it's not cheap, man. You know,
No.
they're not giving no discounts. So, you know.
No.
But drive safe when we pick him up, John.
Yeah, see you guys next week. May the force be with you, Nanu, all
All
that
right.
stuff.
Be safe,
All
John.
right. Later, John.
Yeah, John.
And Bob, just for the record, let me just tell you, since I didn't tell you this in chat, anytime that you need something to escape from because of what's going on in the real world, this is the perfect way to do it. Change
I
the
know.
subject, get your mind off it, laugh, cry, whatever. This is the way to do it. That's what we're here for. Okay? Just saying.
I know.
Okay? So and you
And
couldn't resist after we started
I used-
blasting you about Tom Brady. You couldn't resist. So I knew it was going to be good.
Well, it was fun. One of those things where I was on the phone with my mom.
Yeah.
And then I started checking Facebook, and I ended up clicking on it, and I heard you guys talking. And I was like, all right, and then I heard, as soon as I got in there, I heard my name mentioned, and I was like, all right, let me go in there and defend myself before this gets
Somebody-
bad.
somebody-
Thank
Bob
Elliot for
Deere's
that.
out.
Elliot brought it up.
It's all right. It's quite all right.
That was my whole purpose for that was my
Bob
whole
Deere's
purpose for
on
being on the
fire.
show.
That was his whole purpose of being on the show because he wanted to come after you about Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, for sure. And rightfully so. I mean, I deserve that. I knew I was going to get it.
And it wasn't the last time. It wasn't the first time you got it. And it probably won't be the last time either, Bob.
Oh heck no! Because I have been saying for months to anybody that would listen.
Yep.
You ain't going
That
nowhere.
ain't happening.
Guess
And-
what? Sorry.
It happened.
I know it happened.
I'm not happy
Yeah.
about it. Trust me. I wish it wasn't Tampa Bay. I wish it was somewhere else. But he's here. I got to live with it. I'm still going to root for the Bucks. But he'll be the least favorite person on the team that I'll follow.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
You say that now.
Eliana,
out
thank
for
you very
a
much. Guys, Eliana says, I don't get much of what you guys talk about sometimes, but having you guys as company is nice for this isolation. Thank you, Eliana. We do appreciate this.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's only 90 minutes a week, but we like doing it. I've been doing it for almost 10 years, and it is therapy for me to sit here with these guys and bullshit and talk about sports and laugh and cry and just get through it all. I mean, and you know what? And I've known Kenny and Bob for over 20 years, okay? And that's all we do is talk sports. And that's all we've done for 20 years is talk sports. And that's how we've connected.
Hey, I've been
And
Some
that's how
of
we've
us,
become
that's
friends.
all that we know.
Yes.
I've been sick of this shit the last 2 or 3 days.
Pretty much.
But I decided, you know what? That's 90 minutes I could probably use to get my mind off of it.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, you've got numerous health issues, Elliot, but this can actually be therapy for you.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and so but all you can do is hug your family, hunker down, stay in place, stay where you're at. Don't
Wash
go
your
anywhere
hands.
unless you have to, and ride it out.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Yes. Yes.
I actually washed my hands while whistling the La Marseillaise today. That's more than 20 seconds.
Yes, all of our sports have been canceled thus far up to this point. So I mean, the biggest thing is that they canceled the NCAA college basketball tournament. That's the biggest hit right now.
But now you can catch the cherry spitting contest from fuck Arkansas or whatever they fucking have it.
or the stone skipping championships on the Ocho. They're running the Ocho on ESPN2 today. So yeah,
cornhole will be big time now.
Yes, cornhole will be big in this time. Yeah, correct. Yes, Army, Bill, and Bob, and Ken and I have known each other for over 20 years. It goes back to the original MSN chat, and and we have been friends ever since. We lost contact until Facebook came along, and then once Facebook was in play, we reconnected. And as far as Bob and Rhonda at that time, we always did it. We were always in contact, so we didn't lose contact even after MSN chat went away.
Right.
But so Bob and I have been friends consistently for 20 years. But as far as Kenny and Bill and Army, we reconnected through Facebook, and it's been a blessing for me, and I'm sure hopefully for the other guys as well, that we've been able to stay in touch, because we went through.
Absolutely.
We had such a great time. We met some great people, and we've lost some along the way. And by the way, Bob, in case you didn't hear, Baby Ram got married yesterday. She remarried yesterday. Jan.
I posted the video. Did you get a chance to see
Baby
it?
Ram.
Yes, Heather. Heather got remarried. She's got 2 kids. So, but she did get remarried yesterday. She's married to another military guy. She seems very, very happy. She's talked about how connected these two are to each other.
Great.
And I know Jan is looking down and smiling at her kid, because she looks happier than she's ever been in her life, as far as I can tell. Don't you think, Kenny?
Yes. Did you see the video I posted?
I did. I did see it. I did actually play it. Yes, I watched the video. It was a great video of their vows. I really appreciate you posting that. Yes.
You bet.
Yeah.
I put on there that I thought the sun was shining, but that was just Jan smiling with a smile you couldn't wipe off with a beach towel.
Agreed. We've lost many along the way. Most recently, of course, Jan, Rhonda, and now we lost Ogre in December or January or November, whatever it was. December, I think it was December.
November, actually. Right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right before Thanksgiving. Okay, his wife keeps us up to date on what's going on with her and the kid and the family as well from time to time. So it's good to see that. I think the Olympics, as of right now, Bill asked the question, what we think is going to happen with the Olympics. And as of right now, Japan has said the Olympics are on. The UOC has also said that the Olympics are still on as of right now. They are scheduled to start, I believe, in June or July is when they're going to start. And there's been no suspensions, no postponements as of yet. But if something comes up, they did say that they will postpone it. They will not cancel them. They'll just postpone them, whether it be later in the year or.
Okay, so here's my beef with that.
What's that?
Aren't we supposed to keep people from flying?
Right, but again, like I said, it may be far enough.
You're going to have all these countries converge in one place.
Right. And again, Elliot, they may postpone it. You just don't know. I mean, again,
they have to.
Right. As of right now, because it's June or July, I think it's July. Is it 6 months?
I'm sorry. Are you going to want to run? Are you going to want to run a race with?
It's in July. The Olympics are in July. The Olympics are in July.
Are you going to want to play on the same field as the Italian team or the Spanish team at this point? Because
No, and again, as of right now, no, absolutely not. I
those
wouldn't want
countries are getting obliterated.
you. Right. I mean, Italy is getting pounded right now. They've got thousands and thousands of people that have died from this virus. Thousands of people. Okay.
I heard it was like 700 today or something.
Yeah, just
Yesterday.
today. Just today. They've got over 4,000 people that have died. I think it was 4,000 was the last number I saw.
And then you want these people flying
Again, Elliot, I'm just being a devil's advocate here.
Now, I'm not saying you. I'm just
Right.
saying in general.
Right.
The whole plan globally is to keep people,
Separate.
separated.
Yeah.
This is
Let me offer a bit of history. When Tokyo hosted the '64 Olympics, they held them in October. So I think they could be pushed back to October and see what this looks like.
Well, as long as the weather is permitted and weather is favorable in Japan at the time in Tokyo, I don't see why they can't do it as late as September. But again, they could delay it a year for all. That's also a possibility. They could postpone it until next year, and that's a
what the
possibility.
U.S. That's what a lot of U.S. guys are saying.
Right, because again, like
2021.
Army says, the training facilities are closed. They can't train. They can't prepare for the Olympics. Okay, and if you can't prepare, you can't be ready for the Olympics when it happens. So I don't have a problem with them postponing it for a year to make sure everybody is safe. I mean, and I don't have a problem with that. So I mean, I want the Olympics to go on, but then again, I don't want people to be in danger either. So I would rather see them postpone it a year as opposed to doing it in July or August and crossing your fingers, hoping everything works out all right. You know what I'm saying?
Look, if they cancel March Madness, the Olympics can go too.
That was huge, guys. That was huge.
right.
Canceling March Madness is huge.
For another March Madness. For a different kind of March Madness.
And like I was saying earlier, this is an unprecedented thing that we have never seen as human beings.
Right. Right.
Especially in the day and age of social media. I mean, this is unprecedented and widespread. I mean, there might have been widespread panic over like the Black Plague back in the 1700s or whatever, but those were also not the days of social media either.
We got a taste of it after 9/11, but that's about as close as we've gone.
Right.
Right. This is something that is brand new to all of us. We have no idea what the hell's going to be going on. It's going to be interesting the next couple of months for everybody, for the whole human race.
Yeah,
this is not
it's
something that's going to be over here in 2 weeks. I don't.
I know it's going to take a lot longer than 2 weeks.
Right.
Kind of a downer from me is the fact that the Grand Prix of Monaco has been canceled for this year.
That's also
I've always looked forward.
That's also
I've always looked forward to that. Yep.
Getting back to the transactions, I want to focus on the Raiders. They signed Jason Witten.
Yes.
Marcus Mariota to back up Derek Carr. And Eli Apple as a cornerback. They signed him as well.
Oh.
And they
Apple's
also signed Nelson Aguilar from the Eagles.
Yep.
Biggie.
So they've had a pretty good offseason so far during the free agency.
They also got Jeff Heath from the Cowboys.
Yes.
Free safety.
Correct. Free safety. Yes. So
they got to make a splash. They're going to fucking play in Vegas.
Yes. John Gruden is not and Mark Mayock are not playing right now. They're going after some pretty good names.
They're making their move.
Yes. And John Gruden was so high on Marcus Mariota when he came out of college, when he was with ESPN. So he loves Marcus. He loves him some Marcus Mariota. I don't know. Is Derek Carr still a starter in Vegas when the season starts?
Going to light a fire under him, that's for sure.
Yes.
We're about to find out what he's got.
I think he will be, because Mariota, last time he played, he wasn't looking so good.
Well, even the Titans signed Ryan Tannehill to a big deal. I mean, the Titans were rumored to be another landing spot for Tom Brady.
There's another example of a guy changing scenery and making the most of it.
He had a great year last year. I mean, come on, they made it to the AFC Championship.
They went from meh to unstoppable.
Well, they were the sweethearts of the AFC last year. They were like the underdogs you rooted for. You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially as because at the beginning, before whenever they had Mariota in there, they were kind of average at best.
Yeah.
And then whenever they put Tannehill in there, they were unstoppable.
Well, they franchise tagged Derrick Henry, and they have signed Vic Beasley and Dennis Kelly. Vic Beasley's an edge rusher. Dennis Kelly's an offensive tackle. Those are the only moves they've made so far. And according to NFL.com, they still need to look at an edge rusher, offensive line, and quarterback, but a corner, not quarter, cornerback. Excuse me.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
That was
Gurley,
Vic Beasley from the Falcons, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
did Gurley play for Georgia?
Yes.
Yes.
And he's going back.
And
to
he's
the
now
Falcons.
going back to Georgia, playing for Atlanta. That was another thing I wanted to mention. Was Todd Gurley going to Atlanta, and also, Melvin Gordon got signed by somebody. Who was it?
Denver.
Broncos.
Denver got him.
Correct, Denver. Okay, yeah. So
in the same division.
yes,
Same division.
But you know what? That makes a super stud out of Austin Eckler.
oh yeah, Eckler's and they and Sadie and the Raiders. I mean, the Chargers signed Eckler to a deal as well. So yeah,
Well, when they signed him, you can almost assure that Melvin Gordon was gone at that point.
yeah, they gave Eckler a 4-year deal for $24.5 million. Includes $15 million guaranteed.
And that's a bargain.
It is a bargain, but you know what? Something they were talking about on ESPN this week with all the running backs going elsewhere. Once they get past that 4th or 5th season, their value goes down because of how much they have on there as far as pounding on the body. They're not in any for
wear and tear.
And wear and tear, exactly. And they brought up the question is, does that mean going forward that the value of running backs coming out of college is not going to be as high as, say, a wide receiver or another skill position on a team? Is the running back going to be one of the secondary positions as far as making money is concerned? Because running backs are not going to get that big contract anymore. Because after their rookie contract, they have to look at that player and say, okay, how much wear and tear does this guy have? How injury prone has he been? Has he done a good job? Well, you look at Gurley, you look at Melvin Gordon. They both are coming off a couple of seasons in a row with major injuries. Okay, and that's why their stock has went down. So they're not going to get the big contract. They may get signed by somebody, but because of their injury prone history, they're not getting the money they used to. Okay. And I can't say I can't argue with that. Okay. I can't argue with that. I mean, the value of running backs was going down because of the wear and tear on their body. Quarterbacks and wide receivers are still going to get theirs.
If you get a running back that's got 10 years in the league, that's something else because
Frank Gore?
Frank Gore is an exception. He's an abomination.
Yeah.
I'm not going to see many players running back play that long anymore.
Yeah, Bill Cobb brings it up, says Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel were all on the same Georgia team at the same time. Can you imagine? That's a big 1-2-3 punch right there.
And they came close to beating Alabama in the SEC championship.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
They should have beat them.
Well, yeah.
It should have, exactly. Let me ask you guys about something else I saw or heard about this week. The kid from the Lions that left, was it Slay?
Darius Slay.
Darius Slay?
Yeah. Heard about the animosity between him and Matt Patricia, and I was wondering, did you guys hear anything about that?
This is the safety that played the cornerback.
Darius Slay, he's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Cornerback.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently quite a bit of animosity between him and Patricia.
Well, Slay came out and made a comment to the press about after that came out. He said, no, he has nothing but respect for Matt Patricia, and that the comments and the information was overblown.
Is that a cleanup comment?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
probably.
You know, I mean, Matt Patricia, I'm surprised he got
looks like a
third year
fucking
out
douche. Don't mind me, but Matt Patricia looks like a major douchebag. To be honest,
he does. He's not very press friendly. I will tell you that.
No. But neither was Belichick.
That's what I was
That's
going
where
to say.
he gets it from.
He learned
you know
from
what?
Trying to emulate Belichick.
That's the Patriot way.
Yeah, Belichick's act has gotten so dry and so bad over the years that now the press just love it.
Well, I
because
think the focus of-
ESPN commits segments to Bill Belichick in his press conferences. I mean, it's
Well,
just
you know what?
it's terrible.
Bill Belichick is going to be far from press conferences come next season.
Yeah.
He's going to be irrelevant at this point. Matter of fact, all the attention is going to go to Brady instead of Belichick.
Well, I'll tell you what, Belichick's going to have a rough season with the press next year because the Patriots are going to be bad. They're going to be terrible. They're going to suck. I'm telling you right now. I'm putting it out there. They're going to be terrible. I don't think they'll be in the cellar because when you got Bill Belichick at the head as a head coach, you're gonna get some wins because he's the head coach. Okay,
and not to mention you got the Jets in Miami and you're
correct.
Jets,
When
yeah.
you get Jets, that too. So, but I mean, Buffalo
Miami may
right
be
now
involved
on
next year,
paper,
though.
right now on
Buffalo
paper,
is a team
Buffalo.
there.
Right now on paper, Buffalo is the class of that division right now, and they're
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Buffalo's looking to take over that division right now. I think New England is going to be second or third. I don't think they'll be the cellar, but they'll be second or third, I think, is where
I love the fact that the 49ers are just riding under the radar.
Yes, they are.
Ready
the
to
Chiefs
jump up
are
and pound some other.
Well, none of that, but also Kansas City's stand pat too. They haven't lost anybody major. They really haven't. So I mean, they haven't made a lot of moves. I mean, they picked up Chad Henne. I mean, they actually re-signed Chad Henne as a backup. Yes, he is still alive.
Wow.
They signed Antonio Hamilton, a cornerback. They signed a defensive tackle. They placed a franchise tag on Chris Jones, and they picked up a $2.3 million contract option on Damian Williams, a running back. That's the only moves they've made. Okay, so they are standing pat and ride that wave into next season as far as their roster is concerned.
Does Shady retire?
Shady has not retired. I think Shady got picked up by somebody, to be honest with you.
I think he did too, but I can't remember who it was.
Let me scroll through this real quick and see if I can find out.
Can't remember.
Oh, there's another Watt in Pittsburgh too, by the way.
Right.
Derek Watt got picked up as a fullback. He's a fullback.
Oh.
So they got brothers playing in Pittsburgh. Seattle picked up Greg Olson. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. That was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Carroll likes a tight end in his offense, so that'll be good for them.
Didn't help him with Jimmy Graham, who also has a new team too in Chicago.
Yep. Who's Chicago pick up at quarterback? They got somebody this week.
Oh yeah, they picked up Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Right. There's a parallel move.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Mitch Trubisky, I think at this point is still better than fucking Nick Foles.
I think so too, but then that's not saying much because Trubisky was terrible last year. But
yeah.
Yeah, but Nick Foles has been terrible pretty much his whole career except for a 3-week run.
Exactly.
Got a Super Bowl ring.
That's it.
Nick Foles and Dave Hostetler.
Yeah, Jeff Hostetler. Yeah.
Jeff Hostetler, I should say. Yeah, Jeff Hostetler.
Yeah.
Dave Hostetler was with the Rangers.
I don't see anything about LaShawn McCoy on NFL.com. Doesn't mean that he hasn't got a team, but I don't.
They say he might go
Yeah,
back
he got picked up by somebody. I just can't remember who it was.
They say he might be going back to the Eagles.
No, I don't think so. Not them. Redskins?
Don't they have AP?
Yeah.
For now, yeah. I don't think AP is going to play much more than one more year.
Well, I think AP actually has a little bit better skills right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Than LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah.
LaShawn McCoy, he's been on the injury list a lot lately too.
Mm-hmm.
So is AP.
So I'm just saying.
AP, whenever they put him out there, though, he's still
He's
looks
still
like
stud.
Whenever
he's still stud. Whenever
that's the key. Whenever,
just like he did at OU.
Whenever, that's the key. Whenever he can be out there, he still shows his signs of shadiness. but he's just not, especially not in that Kansas City offense.
He's still
You know what I'm
considered a
saying?
free agent. I don't see that he's been picked up by anybody. Hang on, let me see.
I just heard that there was a rumor he might go back to Philly, but Philly's got running backs.
I don't
Yeah,
think he
a bunch
wants
of
to be
them.
part of Philly. He
Where
didn't
did
exactly
what's
leave
his name
Philly.
go?
He's
Jordan
done good
Howard.
for him.
Where did Jordan Howard go?
Jordan Howard went to
Seattle,
Miami, I think.
Miami.
Miami.
Yes, I think he went to Miami.
He could suck on South Beach.
Wash up on South Beach.
Miami trying to do something.
Miami's
and
made
don't
some
know what-
moves. Yeah, don't count on Miami in that division. They've made some moves.
They're trying to do something. I don't know exactly what they're trying to do, but they're trying to do something.
Yeah, they're trying to finish third instead of fourth.
Well, that too.
They don't have to worry about that. As long as the Jets are in that division.
I don't know, man. The Jets. One more year with Darnold, I think they might actually be.
He's got to have some weapons though, and they don't have them.
I know.
Yeah.
Didn't Robbie Anderson just leave them?
I think so.
The Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Jordan Howard signed a 2-year deal worth $10 million with the Dolphins. They got Shaq Lawson, Emmanuel Ogbah, Kyle Van Noy signed a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Ben Noy.
Yes. Eric Flowers.
All former Patriots.
Yes. A lot of Patriots are going to Miami because of the Patriot connection with the head coach.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't see that LaShawn, and I think McCoy is still a free agent. He hasn't found a team yet. So, but yeah, I mean, Shady wasn't a big part of that offense last year with Kansas City, so it's not surprising. He wasn't a big part.
No.
Mm-mm.
It was all Tyreek Hill, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, so yeah.
Well, Travis.
He got his Super Bowl ring though. That's all he cares.
Yeah, Travis Kelce, of course, yeah, but still, most it was. I mean, as far as backfield is concerned, granted, Hill's a wide receiver, but there was another running back that was on Kansas City that did more damage last year than LaShawn. I forgot his name.
Damian
Williams.
Yes, that's
Damian
it.
Williams.
Yeah, Damian Williams. Correct. Yes.
Mhm.
So he was the workhorse. So, but yeah, like I said, guys, when I linked to you, there was a lot to talk about tonight. We had a lot to talk about. We did it. And there's not to say there won't be a lot to talk about next week because it's just getting started. So, anybody else got anything else tonight for tonight? Elliot, you got anything else on your docket there?
Yeah, sleep.
Good night, Army. Be safe. Stay sheltered. Good to see you. Glad you made it home safe.
Definitely.
So, but anyway, God, I hate Tom Brady. God.
We'll be singing his praises next year.
You'll grow to love him.
God.
Hey, you're only gonna have him for 2 years.
Do I really have to like Tom Brady next year? Do I really have to do that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mhm.
God.
Tom Brady's your go-to guy now.
I didn't mind him so much in 2001 when they won their first one because they beat the Rams and they weren't supposed to. I wasn't so bad about him then, but just I'm so tired of seeing Tom in the Super Bowl. I'm just so tired of it. God.
Okay, so with that logic, then you're gonna say that Tom Brady that means that Tampa won't make the Super Bowl for the next 2 years.
No, I don't think. You know what? And to be honest, a lot of things have to go right, not just Tom Brady, for them to to make the Super
No,
Bowl.
I get it.
I mean,
But
their defense stepped up the second half of the season last year. They had a great defense, but Mike Evans has the dropsies. We'll see how that works out. And if the receivers can get open, I think Tom will be able to find them. We need a running game. We do not have a running game in Tampa.
As far as accuracy goes, I'll take Tom Brady over. James.
Well, yeah, I'll take Tom over
time.
Jameis any day as far as accuracy is concerned. Hell yes. But we need a running back. We don't have any running backs in Tampa Bay. We don't have a good one. And
You got Rojo.
It's not enough. I'm sorry. And there's no running backs out there in free agency that's worth coming in here and is gonna be a 20 to 24 carry per game player. There's just nobody out there.
Come on, man. Tom Brady won guys like Rex Burkhead. Come on now.
We'll see.
You know what? No running game. That ain't gonna fucking stop Tom Brady from being Tom Brady.
Give him a running back that can catch. That's all I need.
That's it.
Coming down
Give
that
him a running
tunnel
back that can
in
catch.
Raymond James Stadium.
Somebody can run the ball occasionally.
All stop.
Oh, well, I wish we had a fullback like Allstott.
You
I'll tell you
you
what,
good-
Cleveland
We all
picked
wish
up.
we had a fullback like
I will say
Allstott.
this.
Line.
The Browns picked up an Allstott-like type fullback. Okay, in where do you go? Andy Janovich.
Mm.
What's his name?
Andy Janovich.
Andy Janovich.
You got him in a trade with the Broncos. He's a
Okay.
fullback. Okay, we'll see how that goes. He's not the only fullback we picked up this offseason, I don't think. But still, yeah. We'll see how I'm liking this Stefanski regime so far. I'm liking the moves they've made. And again, it's on paper. Who knows? So, but
What did Brady signing do to the Tampa Bay's Super Bowl odds? I heard it went from 30-1 to 15-1.
I think it's
Is that
20 to
true?
1. I think it went
20
20
to
to
1?
1. Yeah. A lot has to go right in Tampa for them to make it. Because again, they don't have a running back. They've got issues. Otherwise, all their issues are on the offensive side. Offensive line, running back. I mean,
The one thing I'm thankful for is that this whole Corona shit didn't start during football season.
oh yeah. I mean, we still got. It's March. We still got 3 months before training camps, or 4 months before.
No, can you imagine if they would have cut the football season off halfway?
Right before they're going to go to a 17-game season, because the CBA was approved.
Just cutting it off, period. It's a rough proposition.
Yeah, Brett asks where Winston goes now. Brett, the rumor is that Pittsburgh is interested in him being Roethlisberger's backup in Pittsburgh.
Who did San Diego get?
What happens to Mason Rudolph?
San Diego didn't get anybody because there is no team in San Diego.
Los Angeles Rams. Chargers.
The Chargers. I don't think they got a quarterback. I don't know who their backup was. I think actually it's what's his name? Oh gosh.
What about Bridgewater? Where did Bridgewater end up going?
Carolina.
Panthers.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which
Yeah.
means
Backyard.
Cam Newton's out there for.
Maybe he should go to
Pickens.
the Chargers. Cam Newton.
Maybe.
That might not be a bad fit.
Mm-mm.
Could do worse.
Well, again, I'm not happy with the way that the Bucs treated Jameis as far as the time and effort that he put in. Not only that, but the leadership he showed and his community service. But again, numbers don't lie. And
30-30.
It's all about the numbers. And 30 interceptions, 33 touchdowns. You know what? When your interceptions are the same as your touchdowns, there's
Basically his net touchdowns for the season was 3.
Yeah. And Brett, as far as Case Keenum is concerned, he will be a good backup to Baker, and he will be a good mentor. These guys don't seem to agree with me, but I disagree. I think he'll be fine.
But you know what? That would require Baker to respect the game.
Oh God.
If the Steelers sign Winston, then what happens to Mason Rudolph?
I don't care. I hope
back to the North Pole.
I hope he gets released and never plays another down in the NFL again. That's how I care about Mason Rudolph. Okay.
He's going back to the North Pole to put his nose on and get.
Mason Rudolph is a punk and he needs to go away.
Yep.
Sorry, Bob, but I feel that way.
Mason Rudolph is a punk.
Spoken by a true Browns fan.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you, Myles Garrett.
Miles gonna be
Hey,
back
guess
now.
what? Myles Garrett will
know.
play again.
Yes,
I
he
don't know
will.
about-
Mason Rudolph may not play again,
I
but
don't
Myles
know
Garrett
about
definitely
Mason
will.
Rudolph.
That is true.
So anyway,
Not only that, I have a feeling Miles is going to come back with a vengeance this year.
who? Miles?
Garrett
Oh,
comes back with a
oh,
vengeance.
oh. Wait till that first Pittsburgh game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, can't wait. Anyway, guys, it's 8:30. Thank you so much, and I appreciate your understanding for last week. Anyway, we're gonna take off for the night. Thank you everybody for watching, for showing up, for hanging out with us.
Coming, everybody.
And we'll be here again next Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, same channel.
Peace out.
On behalf of my buddy John Olson, Bob the Beer Man Pizer, Kenny Koslow, and Big E Elliott Lamba, I am the sports nerd, excuse me, and we are out.